What's good? It's your boy, I Got 20 on my beat, producer 20, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I ain't got a cat, no motherfucking rapper.
All right, y'all, we finally got producer 20 with us off the porch today. How are you feeling?
Oh man, I'm feeling good today.
You done brought the gang with you. Tell us who's all on the porch with you today.
Man, I got my boy Munchie, Diamond Lab in the building. I got 20 on my beat team, you know what I'm saying? Rich on the track. And I got Doe School, the newest thing coming out of here. Whew. I don't even want to say too much about that one.
Period. And welcome to the porch, y'all.
Appreciate it.
Now, we got to get into your background. I know, I don't want to mispronounce it, but I know you're from Gastonia.
Gastonia.
Okay, I'm sorry. But I'm not going to lie. I haven't heard of that part before in North Carolina, so I want you to tell us all about that.
Oh yeah, man, I'm from Charlotte. I'm from Gastonia. It's right beside Charlotte. It's like brother and sister spot, you know what I'm saying? It's right beside each other. I went to Hunter Hus High School, you know what I'm saying? It's a small town. And you know what I'm saying? I came in with the thoughts of making something happen out of my life.
And how would you describe your personal upbringing there?
My personal upbringing, I mean, it was a typical grow up, you know what I'm saying? Stepdad with the mother, you know what I'm saying? Country kid, then moved to the middle of the city of Gastonia from Chapel Grove.
And I know that you have a pretty musical background. I know your brother produced for the Dungeon family.
Oh, you did your research.
Yeah, I know. I know the vibes. So.
Yeah, my brother Monty Fox, you know what I'm saying? He was with Dungeon family back in the day, you know what I'm saying? He's the reason why I wanted to keep on doing music so I could help Big Brother out, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him.
And did you ever get to go into the studio and physically see it?
I went one time, you know what I'm saying? I went to Shorty B's crib. I went to see Rico Wade also. But at that time, I was young, so I wasn't really paying attention to what was really going on in the bigger scheme of things.
And I know that music was, you started dipping into the music in high school. So what was that like for you at such a young age? Man,
honestly, I'm kind of glad I started in high school. That way I could get my wings and be a whack producer first, you know what I'm saying, instead of trying to jump in the professional field. My brother used to coach me, and then I had my homeboy Joe teach me how to use Free Loops, and after that, I just stuck to it. We just kept doing music every day, no job.
And how were you even able to focus? Because I know when you were in high school, it's like sports, but you was really focused on the music.
Man, I was more or less focused on the music and taking care of my son at the time, Astro. So at that time, it was like family, music, and being a young kid out there, being a wild little kid.
And I also know that before producing, you were rapping.
You did a lot of research. You did a lot of research.
Okay, so you gotta tell us about the rap career.
I mean, the rap career was like, I came in, me and my homeboy Cedric and Joe, I was the rapper called Nyack or 20. So it didn't work out too well. I was trying to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? It didn't work out that well. I had one guy from New York try to, you know, sign me and take me to New York. But at that time, I was like, nah, I'm good on that. I don't know where you at with it, player.
So I do know, like, now, I think it's interesting that you went the rapper route first and then started producing, because nowadays you see a lot of producers going into going into pursuing a rap career. Yeah. So in your perspective, do you think it's the right decision to go from a producer to a rapper?
To go from producer to a rapper? Yeah, it'd be dope to be a producer then a rapper, because at the end of the day, you make your own beats, you control your own creative ideas. If you put the record out, can't nobody tell you what you can and cannot do with your record. You make the beat. I mean, you're not driven by another producer who's saying, do it like this. Nah, you kind of learning to be yourself as an artist and a creator. So you pretty much, if you catch on from that point, you pretty much a one-man army right there. And you make a lot more money.
And I do want to ask you, what was your life like right before you started getting full-time into producing?
before I was getting into full-time producing, man, I was back and forth to Atlanta, homeless, no career. I was couch surfing on everybody's couch, trying to make a way, trying to be a producer. And I just looked up and ended up at Audio Box Studios, and it just went up from there.
And I know Audio Box was like a turning point for you in your career. So in what ways would you say it was really that point where you were like, all right, I'm in the position now?
Yeah, even when I was homeless, when I got the Audio Box, I knew right then and there it was gonna be a turning point in my life, because it was the point where I already had my hunger, my drive, and my determination. I just needed a founded spot to go to. And once I got there, it was just spread my wings and kept being who I was, and just my name just started growing fast. I was the guy that was shooting the videos, I was the guy making the beats, I was the guy doing the engineering, the mixing, the mastering, you know, doing a little side hustles. But at the end of the day, it was a perfect spot for me to grow, and I knew from right there it was just gonna blow up from right there.
And going back, you had mentioned, I know you mentioned that you were a father. So what was it like for you being a father? And you know, you say you moved here, you was from couch to couch. How was all of that for you?
It was difficult. You know what I'm saying? I had to pretty much show my family that no matter what it is that you want to do, if you actually put your all into it, you're gonna make it. It might take 3 days, it might take a year, it might take 10, 15 years. It's not about how long it takes, it's about did you get there. And I was pretty much trying to show my son that also. So when I got to the point where the records started coming in, I started making more money, he started paying attention to it. So it was like, as a father, you want your kids to see what you're doing, and if it's positive, it's gonna impact their life in a positive way. So if you wanna be a producer also, or if you wanna be a DJ, it's wide open. His father opened the door for him, you know what I'm saying? So to me, being a father, doing it, it's a beautiful situation. They get to see the struggle and they get to see the success of what happens.
And do you have any advice for parents that have to make that sacrifice with being in the creative field?
Whew, you asking good questions. It's a strong sacrifice if you're a father or a mother trying to chase your dreams, because it comes with you're gonna have a lot more bullshit to deal with than a person with no kids, because you don't have nobody to fall on except for yourself when it comes to your family. So for the fathers, you know what I'm saying, if you're a real father or a baby daddy, the best thing you can have is an understanding with the mother, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, she can make or break the career. So if she decides to let you chase your dreams and she handles, you know what I'm saying, the crib and hold the fort down, of course she deserves everything she wants, because she gives you the opportunity to chase your dreams. So it's like, it's a hard situation, but you gotta make sure you have an understanding with everybody that's in your corner. Understanding is everything when it comes to dream chasing.
And going back into Audio Box Studios, so with that, I know you starting out and you seeing a lot of people come in that are like big name producers, like big name engineers, rappers, but I do want you to touch on the importance of staying patient when it comes to being in the music industry and a producer.
Patience is key when it comes to the music industry. Like me personally, when I first started doing music, I thought I was gonna, as soon as I made the first beat, whether it was whack or good, I was like, yeah, next week, boy, I'm in the game, you know what I'm saying? Then it turned into months, and then it turns into years, and it's like, if you don't have the patience, you pretty much gonna assume shit's supposed to be given to you. But the best part about being patient is the whole time it took you to get there, you actually gain knowledge on the way. So it makes you value being in the position that you are a lot more, because you can look back and like learn from the mistakes you went through, and then when you see somebody else trying to do the same thing, you gotta let them know, like, yo, this is what it takes, because the connections that you made while you were trying, it's gonna work together. It's gonna all work together. You might make it here, and next thing you know, all those trails and seeds that you planted is gonna grow, and it's pretty much gonna help cushion you and put you in a better position. Networking is everything.
That's a big thing, networking. I don't think we talk about that enough. And then How were you able to network? Because I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard networking.
Man, me networking, I had social anxiety when I first started because I didn't really know it was like a big surrounding. So with me, I was a camera guy. So it was like, that was my backup plan. If I didn't make it here, I would make it here, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's a rapper, hey man, I take your pictures, man, I do your video, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you do beats too? Yeah, I do beats. Oh, you can record too? Yeah, so it's like, with that, it helped me reach out to more people than just, here's my CD or here's my flash drive with beats. So that's how I end up meeting 50, that's how I end up meeting with Fantasia, that's how I end up meeting with a lot of people. So with that, it just helped me get in social circles, it helped me maintain my social circles, and it just taught me that networking is not just, you want to present yourself as something, it's just, you present yourself as a person to talk to, you know what I'm saying? So.
And when did you notice that you were starting to catch buzz as a producer?
When I was hanging out, I forgot where I was at. I don't know if I was at Witch or Cookout, and people just started staring at me. And so where we from in Gastonia, you know what I'm saying, everybody either has a pistol or somebody's going through some bullshit. So it's like, when you out and about and somebody's staring at you, you know, as a dude's like, man, what the fuck you looking at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, even when I was with Tara one day and I was like, these people staring at me. I don't know if they want smoking out. But after a while, people just started walking up like, yo, you 20? I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man, good shit, man. So it was like, it took me a while to catch on to that one, just to have people like staring at you without saying something. So yeah, I kind of knew at that point, when people started recognizing me before I recognized them, it was starting to move.
And how were you really able to identify yourself as far as your sounds with producing?
I don't really know if I did yet, because I'm always evolving. But as far as like with the sound, with the first record I made with Baby and Stunna, it was like 4 times. And I made the beat and I didn't really care about the beat. So it was like, dun-up, 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 and then I did the 3 drum pattern behind it. And next thing you know, Baby and Stunna used it. So when it went out there, it's like, I started hearing a little bit more piano type beats, more with the triple drums. And at that point I was like, I guess it's whatever I do effortlessly. So next time Stunna comes to the studio, I just whip it up like 3 minutes, I swear to God. And he'll rap on it, and next thing you know, it's out there. I make another record, they jump on it, it's out of there. So after that point, I just knew it was like, whatever comes easy to me is what I'm good at.
And getting into the artists that you work with, I gotta take it back to Fantasia, because we can't just skip past the girl now. How did you end up linking with her?
Oh man, I met this guy named Tim, and Tim wanted me to help him with a web series. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, just buy me a burger. Because at that time, I was like homeless, couch surfing. I was trying to figure it out. And where I was at, it was like, I don't really want the money. I just want, you know what I'm saying, to do the work and show what I can do. And I was like, man, just buy me a cheeseburger. And he bought me a cheeseburger. And next thing you know, he's like, yo, I got an A in my class. I need you to help me with this web series. And I just helped him with the web series. And next thing you know, he was like, yo, I got my friend coming through. And she talks about, she knows you, you cool people. So I'm filming, and next thing you know, Fantasia walks in. And I was like, oh, shit. So she's like, hey, Twin, I heard so much about you. And I'm over here shocked, like, how you know me? You know what I'm saying? So, but that built a relationship where we was cool. I was shooting her videos for movie reels that she was doing, and we went to the studio. It led me to work with her brother, Rico Barrino, which we got 2 records out right now. And man, it just went up from there.
I'm sorry, I gotta talk about how cool I think it is that you were using your videography skills to bring in people to work with in the studio.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
That's how you do it. With me personally, if somebody ain't letting you in the front door, you gotta take the back door, you gotta take the side door, you gotta take the window. Like, if there's an opening in that door or that house, man, you gotta take it, because not everybody gonna open the door for you. So you just gotta figure out a way to just figure out your way in. And at that point, that was like, if I can use the video to speak to this person, which I wouldn't speak to him on this level, then I'm gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, now I'm in the house.
Can we catch you
And
still?
I'm off the porch.
Can we catch you dipping and dabbling into videography still, or?
Yeah. Yeah, you can catch me dipping and dabbling in the videos. I'm still working on videos right now. Right now, I kind of took a break from it, but if I deal with an artist, I'm definitely on spot with the videos. Definitely on spot.
And I know you was in Boosie's movie too.
Yeah.
How was that? How did that come about?
I forgot. Q the Plug and Shaw. I was sending records to them and Tycho, and it was just playing records for them. And next thing you know, I heard it and I seen it on the live or whatever. And somebody texted me, was like, "Yo, Boosie got your record. He about to use it." I'm like, "Man, yeah, whatever. Get out of here." Next thing you know, I'm hearing it, and I told Q, I was like, "Yo, send me the rough copy." And he sent me the rough copy, and it was my first time hearing Boosie sing. So I was like,
Boosie singing, what?
Yeah, I heard Boosie singing, so I was like, all right, this is new. I'm with it. Let's see what he gonna do. And they was like, yo, he doing a movie. He gonna put you on there. And I was like, oh, snap, that's dope. And next thing you know, I see him drop the video on Instagram, and it's the song that I produced. And I was like, oh, okay, now we talking.
And being that you are multi-talented, is that overwhelming at times?
Yeah, it's very well overwhelming because it's like, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I want to do them all. But it's like the way time permits and how my head is set up, it's like, nah, you got to do one thing at one time. And the old heads used to always tell me, yo, son, you got to do one thing at a time and stick to it. But I was at the point in my life where if I touched the camera, I was in New York. I was working with 50 Young and May on the Thought video, doing behind the scenes. When I took pictures of a model and ended up being a published photographer. And so when I started recording, I just started recording with major industry artists, Gucci Mane, man, the list goes on. Gucci, man, give me some names.
You can't forget
We got Lil Keed.
Yeah, Stunna, Lil Baby. It's like the list goes on. Like the list goes on and on.
Shit, Gunna.
Yeah, Gunna. Mm-hmm. So it was, I forgot the damn question.
Well, I do want to get your opinion on the current era of producers right now. What is your perspective on it?
Man, it's the current era of producers, which I'm here for the producers. The current era for the producers is everybody's starting to talk to each other now. It's the smart ones know that it's not competition, it's networking and being together. So it's like, I get DMs every second, every day about, yo, let's collab. And I'm just the guy like, okay, let's do it. If you dope, so now I just go on my Instagram live, and I just start playing keys like, yo, you want this? Send me an email right now. You want this? Send me an email right now. I even came up with skip line. I go live and I just play people music. If it's dope, man, we collab, tag it up, we send it out. If it's time to send it out for a placement with mine, I don't care. If it's dope, it's dope. It's giving producers with no way an opportunity to have a way. Because I know what it is. I know how hard it is being a producer, trying to find your way, and you don't know exactly how to get there or what to do or what you don't know. It's like, if I had a big homie or somebody I could watch on the screen, be like, yo, send this beat out, let's collab, and they sending it out, I'd have been way more grateful. So it's like, I'm gonna give everybody else the opportunity that I didn't have.
Which city do you think produces like the coldest producers?
I'm gonna say Charlotte. I'm always gonna say Charlotte. I'm always gonna say the Charlotte surrounding areas, you know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna say the dope schools. I'm always gonna say the Shine the First. I'm always gonna say the Diamond Labs. I'm always gonna say like anybody that's, Benny, Glacier, anybody, I call Charlotte anything in this, like the popular areas of North Carolina. That's the Fayettevilles, that's the Greensboro, that's the Charlottes.
Can't forget Columbia, man.
Oh yeah, can't forget Columbia. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, North and South Carolina is all one to me, so it's all Carolina.
In your opinion, what is one thing every song must have in order for it to be solid?
That's a good question. I don't know, for me, it's good lyrics and a catchy sound. Everything gotta sound sonically good in my ears.
And if you could give any free game to upcoming producers, what would it be?
Be humble, be patient. But while you're being patient, learn, study, practice, and understand life's about who make it, not who make it the fastest. You think you're gonna make it tomorrow, you got another thing coming. But if you're patient to get your stuff together, when it's your time, it's limitless.
And as I was researching you, I think it was an article and you stated about having to do work for free at times. So how long were you doing stuff for free till you got to where you were now?
Shit, I'm still doing shit for free. I mean, I don't know. With me, it's like I get now at this point, I get to pick and choose whether I want to do it for free or not. But to me, like majority of the work, I'm still doing for free because it's like, if I charge every time, I'm probably gonna miss out on big opportunities. So it's like, I kind of gotta try to use discretion. Sometimes you don't always get it right, but at the end of the day, if you're giving it out for free, make sure you give it out for free to somebody who actually can take it somewhere that you can't. You know what I'm saying? So just keep in mind, it's all about networking, and if you give stuff for free, I did a video for free, ended up meeting Fantasia. I gave Rico Richie a free beat, and it ended up connecting me with iPhotographs, and that's how I met 50. I was doing records around the same time and producing, and I met Carter. You know what I'm saying? That led me to DaBaby.
I love that. Now, I do want to talk about you working with Lil Keed. He's one of my favorites. So how did that come about for you?
Honestly, that was the first time I met Jetson face to face. So me and Jetson, we actually met at Audio Box Studios. Me and Jet was in the room. He was in one room. It was like me, Baby, Jet, Stunna, and Jet walked into the red room. Was like, "Yo, you trying to collab?" I was like, "Shit, let's go." And we collabed. We just made the beat real quick. And that's pretty much one of them situations where he left, and then I get a call from Jet. He's like, "Yo, look at this." And I see Lil Uzi doing the record. I'm like, "Oh, sheesh." Next thing you know, I see it on the news, not the news, but the blog sites. And Jet was like, "Yeah, we're going up." And I was like, "Okay, we're going up from there." I see the record everywhere now.
And at that time when y'all were recording, did you know that that was gonna be one of them ones?
Nah, I did not know. Half of the records I do, I don't know what it's gonna be. Like Walker Texas Ranger, I didn't even know that was gonna be what it was. 4 times, I didn't even know. I actually did not want Baby to get that beat. I told Willie Frank was recording it, and I was like, "Yo, why'd you give him that beat, bro? Everybody gonna think my beats is trash and ass and shit." So he was like, "Man, you good?" I was like, "Man, whatever, bro." I was pissed. And next thing you know, it was going up, and I seen like millions of views, and I was like, "Okay, well, let me shut up then."
I feel like normally the stuff that you don't like, everybody loves.
That's usually how it is. For me, that's usually how it is. It's usually the records I just effortlessly do and just like, whatever, I'm just put it up. They like, "Yo, hold on, Tony, let me get that." And I'm like, "This one? All right, take it, whatever."
And speaking of DaBaby, I know you guys have really good chemistry together. And even before the fame, you were there. So I want you to talk about your journey, just like working with him before the fame and up until now.
I was shooting videos in the back of Audio Box when he had the little bear on his head. Was it a bear or panda? I forgot what it was. We was just crossing paths a lot. I was at the studio, he was there. That's when I was working with like just every artist that came through. And when he came in, we did a record. I forgot it was the record was called For DaBaby. And after that, I started paying him attention. But every time I turned around, Baby's was somewhere. He was here, he was there, he was in Atlanta, he was in South by Southwest. He was promoting, he did the diaper, he did like the everything. So when I seen it, I was like, "Oh," I was like, "I think he gonna take off." Like, I don't think he gonna take off. I knew he was gonna take off because it was like Nobody else was doing promo like that.
The diaper, when you saw the diaper, what was the reaction?
When I seen Baby with the diaper, I was like, he a genius. I was like, I don't care what nobody say. He was a genius for that one, because how I looked at it was everybody trying to be fresh, everybody trying to wear jewelry, everybody trying to style on somebody. And he come out with a fucking diaper. So in my mind, it's like everybody did this to be seen, but everybody's doing it. He comes out with a diaper, so it's like you automatically gonna get a response. Good, bad, that doesn't matter. Somebody's gonna see it. When somebody see it, they're gonna talk. Once they start talking, the eyes is on you. So what you gonna tell them once everybody looking at you?
And how does it feel coming from North Carolina and putting on like you guys have?
Man, to me it's dope, because when I was going back and forth to Atlanta, so I thought I was gonna make it in Atlanta. I thought I was gonna land a record with Future. I thought I was gonna land a record with a bunch of artists, Lil Baby, but I came to Charlotte and just chilled out for like 2 or 3 years, and it just started moving up. So when Baby took off, it was like a big situation for everybody in the circumference area.
And talk to us about how Walker Texas Ranger came about.
Walker Texas Ranger, it was an old beat I made. And I listened to it again, and I just remade it, and I just did some quirky sounds and just left it at that. And at first I sent it to an artist named J-Way Sosa. And I sent it to J-Way, I didn't get no response. I actually sent it to Baby first, I got no response. Sent it to J-Way, and he wanted the record, but Willie Frank heard the record, and he was like, yo, this shit dope, let's go. And Baby comes to the studio, and Willie Frank records him to the song, to the same beat. And he's like, 20, come here and listen to this. I'm listening to the record, and I'm listening. It's the Baby, don't you heard about me? I put that nigga up. I'm looking at Frank like, bro, what the fuck is you doing? Like, bro, you know J-Way's on that record. Frank told me, yeah, this shit hard. I was like, boy. So lo and behold, you know what I'm saying? He was like, Baby was like, 20, what you think about it? I ain't say shit. I was like, yo, this shit hard. So I called J-Way. I was like, look, bro, we're gonna have to pass that record up. And Jay was like, nah, man, that's my record. The next thing, but man, business happened first, you know what I'm saying? They paid me for the record, so you know, you pay me for the record, you get the record.
Right.
And to me, that was the best decision I ever made. In one of my life experiences, that's the best decision I ever made, because somebody else was on business, somebody else was trying to just work it out. If somebody on their business, you can tell they actually trying to go somewhere everybody's not trying to go.
And Walker Texas Ranger did really good on the charts as well.
Yeah, it did.
So with that single, how did you feel about the success that came after that?
It hit me kind of slow, you know what I'm saying? My phone started ringing, people I never met or heard of before started calling me. I started seeing new faces, new conversation. It was a lot to take in at one point, so I was just more or less like living it and seeing it all the time, but not really taking too much attention to it. So it was like whatever came at me, I was like, okay, let's work. And it was just I don't know, it was a lot of conversation. Let's just say that. It was a lot of conversation.
And you also worked with Stunna for Vegas too. Mm-hmm. So what's the not the chemistry, but what's the energy like when y'all two are working together?
When me and Stunna was working, it was just more or less like, yo, 20, let's go. It was just like, let's go. He'll walk in the room, I'll make a beat. The beat wouldn't even be 3-4 minutes in, and he'd be like, yo, let's go. I'm like, dang, the beat ain't even done yet. He's like, nah, let's go. And I record him. And the chemistry was good because it was like, he'd say a line that I like, and I was like, I'm just laughing. I was like, yeah, that shit hard. And we just go back and forth. Like, I'll make a beat, he'll record, and he'd sit right there beside me, just press record the whole time. And that's the chemistry.
If I'm not mistaken, I know you're working with rising Georgia artist Enphamus. He is on his way, so you gotta talk hard about that link up.
I forgot. Sheesh. Start that over again. Oh yeah, Enphamus. Man, Enphamus, I came across Enphamus when Promoter Savage, he hit me up and he was just sending people's IGs, and I seen him post Enphamus, and I saw him like freestyling in front of Hot Boy on live. And I'm listening to him, I was like, shh. I was like, this motherfucker going in. So I hit up Promoter Savage, and I was like, yo, who is this? And he was like, yo, this Enphamus. I was like, man, connect me with him. Like, let's work. Man, I hit Enphamus up after he called, and he was like, yo, I'm trying to work with you. I'm like, all right, let's go. And I'm being funny with him. I'm like, man, all right, well, pull up then. He's like, I'll pull up. I'm like, pull up tomorrow. He pulled up. He pulled up quick. He was like, yo, I'm on the way right now. And I was like, oh shit, he's serious. So at that point, I was excited. I was like, oh, this motherfucker hungry. So he pulled up, and I'm like working on the Writer's Block app. Shout out to Writer's Block. And I'm putting beats on the Writer's Block app. I'm telling people to do records to them, because it's a situation where, as a producer, you put a beat on Writer's Block, 2 artists battle to it or do a song to it, you get paid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it ain't no million streams get 5K or 4K or whatever. It's a million streams can get you 350K. So it's like, to me, it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna just stick with this right here. And I played the Writer's Block beat, and he was like, yo, this shit hard. He started rapping out of nowhere. I was like, nah, fuck that. I was like, man, just jump on this beat right quick. And next thing you know, he killed the beat. He just murdered the beat. And he posted it up, and then I get a call from Alamo, and they're like, yo, we're trying to, you know what I'm saying, buy the record or put some money into it. What's up? I'm like, all right, let's go then. Shout out to Writer's Block. Shout out to Enphamus for killing that record.
So as a producer, it's like you can almost see the artist's potential, and you're like, man, I want to work with them. Like, I see that.
Yeah, with me, I'm in the studio. I'm either making music or recording. So at that point, I was always seeing artists every day. You could tell who's hungry and who's not, because I was sleeping on everybody's couch. I was trying to figure out where to stay. I knew exactly where I wanted to be before I even got there. So you can tell when somebody's hungry by the way they move. You can tell when people are complacent, they're not really. But when I see certain artists, I see what they're putting into their music, how much time they're putting into their craft. Outside the music, what are they doing to try to facilitate it? Like, how are they networking? Like, how serious do they really want it? They're always trying to be in the loop. Are they always trying to network? Are they always trying to improve themselves or be in the loop? It's like, you can see when somebody's hungry. Like, you really can see when somebody's hungry. And so, if I see somebody hungry, it's like, okay, I like to gravitate towards the hunger because I'm used to it.
Do you have any other rising artists on your radar right now?
Right now, Dope School.
What's up?
Dope School the great. You know what I'm saying? Versatile artist, very versatile. Not the usual. Let me just say that. It's not your usual.
Okay.
But but honestly, I'm really focused on producers also. So it's like I'm focused on producers like Astro, Beats, Too Nice, All Man, Rich on the Track, Diamond Lab, the whole Diamond Lab squad. I'm more or less focused on producers because a lot of producers don't get they, you know what I'm saying, just deserves their credit. Some of them don't get paid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, if I'm in the door, let me help producers. Let me make it easier for y'all.
And with all of your success as a producer, what's next for you?
Man, what's next, y'all? What we doing?
Shit, more plaques, man.
What we doing, man? Man, we doing everything, man. We doing a cooking show, you know what I'm saying? 20s cookbook. We're doing 20s cookbooks. Show you how to cook up some dope music and get some more plaques out of here. Feed your family out here. The neighborhood hope dealer.
Now you know we got to talk about this champagne you done brought us and this rosé.
Oh yeah, 24 karat. Yes, sir. I will pop this open, but I ain't trying to get drunk on camera. But nah, 24 karat, real gold flakes. I'm out here doing promo and shit. 24 karat gold flakes. It's good as hell too. I ain't even gonna cap with you.
Real gold flakes.
Real gold flakes. Get drunk in style.
Period. And then, is this your brand or?
Nah, it's not my brand. It's I got endorsed by it. So I was like, they started sending me bottles and I started, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm trying drinking Hennessy. So I was like, let me take some 24 karat. It was actually good. So I was like, shit, if it's good, you gonna sponsor, let's go.
And before we wrap up, do you have any last words or shout outs?
I'm not doing shout outs because I always miss a name and it comes out with, you know what I'm saying, hey, why you didn't shout me out? So I'm gonna just say shout out to everybody that support me, shout out to everybody that fuck with me, and shout out to anybody that wanna, you know what I'm saying, change your life and make a way for your family.
All right, and that is a wrap.
Oh yeah. Before I leave out of here, there's always 3 things I try to live by or try to understand what to do when I'm in, you know what I'm saying, in the people's eyes. So it's to entertain, inform, and inspire. If I can't do any of those 3, it's pointless for me talking to the people.